Part 1. The professor discussed the historical fascination with the possibility of life on Mars, dating back to the mapping of channels by Giovanni Schiaparelli in 1877, which sparked imaginative theories of Martian civilization. However, subsequent observation from NASA's Mariner missions in the 1960s has revealed a barren moon-like landscape with a thin atmosphere of mostly CO2 and seasonal dust storm. Despite those findings, Mars continued to intrigue which scientists with its geological features like volcanoes and canyons, as well as evidence of past water flow. The search for life persisted through experiments like those conducted by NASA speaking mission in 1978, which aimed to detect microorganisms in Martian soil using various biological tests. However, those experiments did not yield conclusive evidence of life, with many science now attributing the result to chemical process rather than biological activity. Recent discoveries such as the Martian meteorite ALH XT1000 and 4001 found in Antarctica in 1984 have raised interest. This meteorite contains potential evidence of past Martian life in the form of organic molecules, mineral alteration, resembling bacterial activity, and microscopic structures that may be fossilized bacteria. Thus, findings suggest that Mars might have harbored life in its distant past. Although further research in conclusion, will the search for life on Mars has faced setbacks and challenging, new discoveries continue to fuel scientific exploration and the quest to understand Mars' potential for hosting life past or present. Part 2. No Theater or No is a traditional Japanese dramatic art that originated around 600 years ago. It is characterized by its stylish and symbolic nature. Rooted in song and dance, performance typically feature a main actor wearing distinctive marks accompanied by secondary characters and chores. The aesthetic of No emphasizes quiet, elegant beauty encapsulated in the Japanese concept of yugen, meaning profound and elusive beauty. No plays are staged on a square platform with a painted pine tree backdrop. Its origins when performances were held outdoors, the audience sits on one side of the stage with a cover drum symbolizing the boundary between the real and spiritual worlds. Acoustically, no stage often features art, art, art and word jars that enhance the sound of the performance. Historically, no evolved from two distinct Japanese performance tradition. Sangaku, which include entertainment arts from China, and Dengaku, a Solomon type art performance at Buddhist temples. In the 40th century, Kan Ami and his son Zemi integrate those tradition to create Nogaku, laying the foundation for modern no theater. No play are categories into two main types: Genzai no, or realistic no, which portrays real characters and situation, and Mugen no, or fantasy no, which features supernatural being and themes from classical literature. One of the most famous Mugen no play is Lady Aoi, based on the tale of Genji, where a ghost possesses a woman, leading to a dramatic confrontation. Despite its complexity and historical depth, no remains a profound and unique form of theater, blending dance, song, poetry, and music into a highly stylized performance that challenges both performance and audience alike. Part 3. The lecture began with an introduction to perspective in art, discussing its two main types, aerial and linear perspective. Aerial perspective deals with how atmosphere conditions affect the appearance of distant object, influencing color and clarity. Linear perspective, on the other hand, explain how parallel lines appear to converge as they recede into the distance, culminating in a vanishing point on the horizon. The professor illustrated this concept with examples such as railroad tracks and building view from different angles, explaining how multi-vanishing points can occur depending on the orientation of the object. In natural scan, without distant parallel lines, perspective still exist, but without vanishing point as seen in geometric or man-made structures. Historically, early artists lacked understand of this principle, resorting to intuitive methods like scaling figures based on their perceived distance. The Renaissance marked a significant shift with the work of Filippo Brunelleschi, who conducted optical experiment leading to the discovery of linear perspective rules. His breakthrough allowed artists to depict scan with accuracy, spatial depth, revolutionizing art across Europe. Additionally, the lecture briefly mentioned the development of aerial perspective by Flemish and Dutch master, contrasting their techniques with those of Italian artists like Donatello. This comprehensive overview emphasizes how the understanding and application of perspective transformed artistic elements during the Renaissance and beyond. Okay, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.